heard we're giving you the day off tomorrow. How about that? We'll be out here if y'all want to come.
He's resting some injuries. Someone needs some bruises.
Just one announcement that I should have made yesterday, but JT Daniels had his surgery, went extremely well. He's now back on campus and starting the rehab process, but really happy for him. It went very, very smoothly. So with that, I'll take any questions that you got.
Have you even thought about a timeline for him? Camp next year and stuff?
Yeah, usually those things are 9 to 12 months. And now with a quarterback, a little bit different process because you can start throwing skill. So I can imagine him in spring having the opportunity not to be in live team periods, but have the availability to throw skill, routes on errors, one-on-ones, and be able to do that as long as he's medically cleared. So he'll be right up on that point, about 9 months, and that's usually when people can start moving forward. But really proud for him and had a chance to visit with him, and he's doing wonderfully.
I would imagine he's determined to get back in by training camp.
Yeah, no question. He's already. I talked to him the day. Literally right after the surgery, and he was already in the machine that bends your knee back and forth, going 100 miles an hour. He said, "Coach, I'm already 15 degrees ahead of schedule right now." So he'll be one. Just knowing him, that he'll be working daylight till dawn to get it done.
If you have all three corners healthy, how do you envision rotating them? Was it OG and the other two kind of competing initially in that role?
Yeah, we did that in the first couple of games. If you noticed, we played all three of those guys, and that's the beauty of what Greg does. They play both right and left, and they can roll. So it's great to have those, to have three young guys, not have to go 80 plays a game, and be able to split up those numbers. Those three can rotate in. It helps us, and you get three really good players. So to keep them fresh, keep them healthy, it's going to be nice.
After 19 penalties the past 2 games, is that becoming a concern for you again?
No, you know what? We were really good going into the Utah game, and that was one of those strange games where Utah has 16 penalties and we have 12. And then last game we had 8 and Washington has 7. So it's one of those games where it was a closely officiated games, and that will happen. The thing that I'm looking at right now for an address with the team is, some of the decision-making penalties that are critical. A celebration penalty that, when you look at it and you watch it on film, it's not very much, but you know what? If they're calling it close to the vest, you have to make the right decision. A celebration right after we had a player just literally step 1 yard into the green, very, very close. They were calling it close to the vest. That day, you have to know that, and so we've addressed that. What I've really liked is the thing that I was hoping for is a lot of the fundamental penalties aren't showing up. You're not seeing a lot of holding calls right now, or a lot of handsy calls, and that's a good thing. So all the work that we did in camp fundamentally to teach hand placement, to have your feet in the correct place, to have hat placement in the correct place, is paying off for us in that area. But I would like to see those numbers go down like it was the first 3 games.
What did you see from Max Williams in his first collegiate appearance?
We've always known that Max is a very football instinctive kid. He's in that Ajane Harris, Nickel Roby, that type of player that just is so football instinctive and plays even faster than he is. And it showed up. It showed up even on the fumble that he caused down in the red zone. That could have been a huge play if we had been able to recover the ball. But to get him out there and to get 20-plus snaps, man, what a great opportunity for him to develop, because he's going to be a special player for us. He's one of those guys that can play corner or nickel at any time, so there's a value in that.
Did what he show you earn him maybe a larger share of that job? I know he's playing because Greg was benched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Greg's playing great ball. Greg's played all year great ball, but what it does is it provides us some depth. We've had to double train Chase at both safety and at nickel, and now having Max being able to be at that spot, it can allow Chase and CJ Paul to really concentrate on the safety position, allow Max to concentrate on that nickel, be an emergency corner if needed. So it'll give us some opportunity to really dial in on one position.
Looked like Keaton had shell time. Anything new with him?
No, same thing.
Okay.
He's being able to practice without contact. So obviously, just in drills at no live periods, he's just pitching and catching right now.
Having looked at the tape, do you see more opportunities for you guys to run in the future against those 5-man fronts, or
Yeah, 212 yards on the day is a good day in this offense, and hopefully that will stay consistent. If we do play five-man fronts that are really playing advantage coverages, those have to hit, and they have to be explosives. That was the one thing that really showed up in that game that I was hoping for, and we talked about going in is, hey guys, when they're playing drop coverages, they're playing high safeties, you're going to have to throw short and run long, or we're going to have explosive runs. And all three backs had explosive runs in the game, which was great to see. And you have 212 yards rushing. Every kid was, I think the lowest average was Vavai at 4.9. Everybody else was, 6-9 yard average on the day. That's a good day of running the ball, and we need that if we continue to see it.
What do you do with your bye weekend?
Going recruiting. So we'll practice tomorrow. Then Friday morning the kids are in for strength and conditioning, and we'll be out on the road recruiting Friday, and then have the chance to be able to catch up a little bit Saturday and Sunday and get some advance on Notre Dame. But I look forward to have dinner with my wife maybe Saturday night. That'll be fun. It's been a while for that, so I look forward to having a date with her maybe. All righty. Thank you.